Hey guys, Brooke here today, solo for Legal Talk Tuesday. And today, like last week, is kind of a special live for us. We wanted to share with you our why. So last week, Laura did an amazing job talking about her journey and why she's so awesome. And this week, I'm going to talk a little bit about my why because we feel like our story, your story is important to share. So first off, I'm super excited today because school is back in session and my kiddos are gone. And for those of you out there who work from home or even part-time work from home and have kids home at all during the summer know how crazy it can be. So celebrating a little bit. And also, if you know me at all, today is officially my first day of fall and that much closer to Halloween because I'm super obsessed with Halloween. And so I've got my spooky drink over here. But anyways, so my why today, I want to kind of go back and tell you how I got here because it's insane to me. I have almost been practicing law for a decade. And so I kind of want to go back and tell you where I started and how I got here and why I do what I do. So I've done a few different things along my journey. When I got out of law school, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I just knew, hey, and a lot of attorneys say this too, I really want to help people. I went to school because when I was privileged to have the ability to go, and also I wanted to find a way to serve other people. And so when I first got out, I kind of just took whatever. It was really hard. I graduated in 2010. The economy was really terrible. A lot of law firms weren't hiring. And so I started as a clerk with an amazing solo who actually taught me the business of law, which if you don't know, you do not learn that in law school. You learn about the law. So that was really beneficial and also gave me kind of a confidence booster. But I have done everything from insurance work to just family law to in-house counsel. I did veterans issues. I've done Medicaid law. So I have a little bit of a varied background, but I primarily enjoyed the business law side of the work that I had done. And so for me, it was really difficult because I had to find something that not only kind of suited my passion, but also fit with my husband's career. My husband is active duty Army National Guard, so he works full time, travels a lot. He's been deployed several times. He was actually only here one semester of law school. So I had to find something that worked with his schedule because he didn't have the flexibility for me to be able to have a career, just endless career choices. And so, yes, yay, Halloween. Yes. So I did a few different things. I really wasn't finding my niche. I really wasn't finding where I wanted to be. And so, I had started my own practice and really quickly found that that wasn't necessarily serving my clients in a way that I felt was unique, in a way that I felt they needed me to serve them. So we often say we meet our clients where they are, and I really wasn't. And I'm not knocking other attorneys who do, hourly billing or have big fancy offices. There's a place for that. There's a reason that things cost as much as they do. But there need to be other options available to people when they need legal services, as opposed to just doing it yourself online, hoping that somebody will help you for free or coming up with $5,000 retainer. And so there just really needed to be a different way. So personally for me, it really took a toll on my health. I had clients coming in that I wanted to help. I was working 4 times as hard as I needed to be working because I was not on the technology bandwagon. So I wasn't being as efficient as I needed to be, which caused me to spend more time, which cost my client more. And I couldn't spend the time really communicating with the client. Even though I used to do face-to-face meetings, I still wasn't on the back end being able to communicate just because I only have, so much capacity as one person. And so I really wanted to find a way that I could make services affordable without having to compromise, because a lot of times when attorneys are charging these fees, it's because, they have to meet that overhead demand. They have to pay their bills, they have to feed their families. And so I'm not saying that some costs aren't exorbitant or super expensive, because they are. But I really needed to find a way to make that work. And so, because I felt like a bill collector half the time, helping my clients. And then I would say, okay, let me reduce this fee or reduce it. But then that's not sustainable for me. So I'm not doing anybody any good if I can't keep my doors open to help you. So what I decided to do actually took a little bit of time because I was super burnt out. My health was suffering. I gained a lot of weight. My blood pressure had skyrocketed. And I took on the stress, and had a lot of empathy for the people I was working with. And so what I ended up doing was taking a little bit of time, spending a little bit of time with my young children at the time. I have 3 kids. And trying to figure out what am I going to do? So the whole time I was, what is my purpose? What am I going to do? I want to serve people. And so maybe nonprofit, maybe this. And I looked everywhere and nothing really seemed to fit. And then I started volunteering and did some work volunteering with Access to Justice and learned a little bit more about limited scope representation, which is what we do. And limited scope representation is essentially giving you assistance with pieces of your case based either on your budget, based on your needs. So it's really customized to the individual, but it also allows me to tell you, this is how much this is going to cost. It allows me to be able to manage my time, to better communicate with you, to use technology to do those things, the regular tasks. So I'm not generating this huge overhead. I can actually, save you money at the same time. And so what I decided to do was set up this limited scope practice. And I thought, well, how am I going to do this? What is this going to look like? And so I had the services in mind. I knew I wanted it to be something that was convenient for you guys, that it was something that was affordable, that you didn't walk out after me helping you get a divorce and go file bankruptcy, that you could have transparency and accountability and, throughout the process, that you had somebody there with you, that you didn't feel alone. I wanted to be able to do all those things on a bigger scale. I wanted to help other attorneys do these things eventually. I wanted to be able to bring this to everybody in the entire state because I'm only licensed in Arkansas. So I wanted to help everyone in Arkansas. So how was I going to do that? So after a little bit of time, I knew what services I was going to do, did a lot of research, asked a lot of people, and really tried to design something that worked for you guys. So I ended up deciding this was going to be online. And I had a lot of people, attorneys, that would be like, is this a hobby? What are you doing? They're really skeptical of what I was doing. But I, knew this was, I didn't really care what other attorneys thought. I cared about what you thought. And I wanted to make sure that this was working for clients because you guys are who matter. So, I had this mission that I was going to make legal help accessible, convenient, affordable. You weren't having to, you could talk to me on your own time. You had a connection to me online through your phone, through your computer, however you needed to talk to me, that you didn't have to drive down and find a fancy office. You didn't have to come to Little Rock if you're in Batesville. You could do it from your own home. And you could also do it in payments. You could make payments. You could make it affordable and still walk away with quality legal help. And so that's what I'm really passionate about. I started it, kind of leapt into it, took a leap of faith, had this idea. Sometimes ideas don't necessarily translate to what you want, but we've had really great success. I was fortunate enough to have Laura O'Brien come on in 2017 and really help take this to the next level and provide amazing support for our clients, awesome services. But really for us and for me, it was about addressing communication concerns, making sure that you had an attorney you could talk to. It was about making it convenient and really respecting you. We know that you're intelligent. We know that you have the ability to do some of these things. So we don't want to be secretive. We don't have to hold all this stuff in and be like, if you pay us $5,000, we'll give you all this unlocked information. We really wanted to work with you to make it collaborative. And so, that's what I set out to do and also save you money. So my purpose, my mission is really to serve you, to help you navigate a really unnecessarily complicated legal process. At the same time, I'm like you. I have kids, I have a family, I have passions, I have interests. And if I am not doing something that serves my soul, then I am not giving you my best self. And so I'm very intentional about, creating a space that is both serving me, but also serving you. So thank you guys for tuning in today to hear about my why. And if you want to find out more about us, you can check out our website. It's just MyVirtual.Lawyer. Next week, we'll be back here. Laura will be back with me at 11:30 Central Time for Legal Talk Tuesday. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great week.